Hello, folks. Welcome to another episode of Armchair Keepers of Arcane Secrets. This is a very special episode. This is going to be all about Matt Ryan's prep.
Period. It's just going to be all about Matt Ryan. Period.
No, that's too much for anyone.
That's
Matt
true.
Ryan's prep for the Peru chapter that he is going to be running soon. So, as I said, a very special episode. I'm Bob Geis.
I'm Matt Ryan, and they say a little Matt Ryan goes a long way.
Uh, Too much can be toxic.
That's right. It's true.
All
People
right,
think they
Matt.
want more Matt Ryan, and no one does. Okay.
Exactly.
This Friday, we're recording earlier in the week. This Friday, I'm running two TTRPG games at my local convention, FlagCon, which stands for the Finger Lakes Area Gaming Club or something. I don't know. FlagCon. You can look it up. That's on tabletop events. I'm running. Oh, wait, here. So I wasn't quite prepared.
So, Matt, we'll begin wandering around the studio as we all come to enjoy.
Okay. So one of the games I'm running is from this gem right here, Black Crusade, which of course is an offshoot of the Dark Heresy campaign that your friend and mine, Mike Mason, worked on.
That's right. And in
Um,
fact, there is some dark heresy going on right now by talking about a non-Chaosium product on this podcast.
Well, yes, yes. So I'm gonna do some Black Crusade, and man, is this finicky. This is like it was written in the 90s, I think. I could look it up. Um, Maybe the early 2000s Fantasy Flight games, and it's old school crunch
Hmm.
with bolt rifles.
Nice. No, that sounds great. I mean, I do love the Warhammer 40K universe at an RPG level, not at the, or
Right now, to yeah, break the bank, buy a shitload of minis, and then and then
that's
and
right.
then I'm running Mask and Arothotep. I'm going to run the Peru chapter on Friday night, and I'm squeezing it down into a single 4-hour segment.
That's ambitious. That is ambitious. I am curious. I have lots of questions, lots of questions. I'll
Okay,
start with the first question. Are you going to use the pre-gens that are in the book?
100% yes, I absolutely am, and here's why. They're next to useless.
Okay.
So if you go through the scores, they have score, and when I mean useless, I mean from a meta player point of view.
Right.
They have skills.
They're not tough characters. They're not optimized.
They're not optimized to survive a scenario. So they're very like there's a professor of languages who's very good with languages. There's a photographer who's very good with photography.
Right,
What
right.
I'm hoping to do is really lean into the role playing of it,
Fantastic. Yeah.
because the Peru chapter in this book is it's meant to be an introductory chapter for the players, for the investigator and the players to meet Jackson Elias. So then when we go into New York and we get that punch you in the face open of Jackson Elias dead on the
Hmm.
bed,
Hmm.
they have history, right?
Yeah.
They know who Jackson Elias is. They went on a like a Peru thing with him.
Right,
Oh, you know
right.
what? There's one more prop I got to get. It's in the other room. Entertain the guest for a
I
minute.
will. All right. So I'll be very interested when Matt returns to hear because I don't have a lot of exposure to the Peru chapter. I've never ran it myself. But one of the things I do recall reading it, there is a situation in that scenario wherein you encounter Jackson Elias, but Jackson Elias is almost an adversarial character, or it could develop into that. And I'm wondering if
Kind
that
of.
was just my read on it, or if that's something that you detected as well, and how you plan to deal with that.
Well, that's an excellent question. What I went was to get this prop, which is this is the book that Jackson Elias wrote from his Peru adventures. This is again in the narrative fiction of the campaign.
Yep.
The Hungry Dead are the essentially the creatures that the investigators are going to meet in Peru. And this jacket prop, right, the
Mhm.
Hungry Dead, again, is from our friends at the HPL Historical Society, who put together that lovely set of props that we're using. And I'm going to use their props that come in this folder. See what I did there? I flashed my band sticker up there, the
That's right.
commode. I snuck that in, product placement.
Subliminal.
And that's just a deep one, which does not happen. I have an issue with deep one, and I'll tell you what that is in another episode. But there's
Well,
no
you know,
deep one in Peru.
no, there should there be.
Jackson Elias, there. So if at first, and Jackson Elias appears under a fake name like Henri Shashud or something, right? So that
Hmm.
he doesn't tip off the villain, whose name I believe is something Larkins.
Okay.
Uh, I don't read him as being adversarial, but he is disguised. And I
Hmm.
don't understand why he needs to be disguised. I'm not going to
Okay.
disguise him. When they sit down at that cantina in
Hmm.
Lima, Peru, he's going to be introduced as Jackson Elias,
Sure. Fantastic.
right? The end. Here's Jackson Elias.
Well,
He's not.
you have to do those sorts of things to streamline it, getting done in 4 hours.
There's three essential chunks of the scenario as written. There's this stuff that happens in in Peru and near the university, in which they get the MacGuffin that will solve the puzzle, which
Okay.
is some piece of chrome bar or
Okay.
something. And then there's this middle place where they wander the mountainside and get to meet a wise woman and learn more legends of the vampires.
Hmm.
That's cut. We're losing
Okay.
that.
Yeah,
And
you
then
got
the
to make some
last bit
cuts.
is crawling around the pyramid, which
Yeah.
is pretty straightforward,
Cool.
right? It's pretty straightforward. So what I'm hoping for is lots of role playing in the beginning where
Hmm.
I'm going to put all 10. I've got 6 players. I'm going to put all 10 characters
Okay.
out on the table
Okay.
and
And
just
let
let
them
them
pick and
pick.
choose.
Let them pick and choose. Let them pick.
Fantastic.
And they don't necessarily know each other.
Okay.
Right? They're all kind of showing up from this like newspaper ad or something. And
I,
uh,
I would, I would, might change that. I would have them know each other just to, so you wouldn't have to waste any time with burn in. That's the thing, as a frequent con game runner, it's a creative choice that I'm often faced with. Do they know each other or not? It just depends on the game. So something to think about.
it doesn't make a big difference in the
Okay.
end, usually.
Hmm.
Right? I mean,
It's
they're
only
all
a
going to kind
time
of work
thing
together. Look,
usually.
they get this telegram. There's this rad prop telegram
Yeah.
that says, show up. And then here's the authenticity of Andrew and Sean as they put these props together. One of the main clues is it not in here? If I got the wrong damn thing.
We in our kit we did not get the metal prop, but I think that Rick did. Isn't that right?
Yes, Rick did in the one.
Okay.
Okay, here's one of the more important clues. It's in Spanish.
Oh my gosh, that's fantastic.
It is fantastic. I don't read Spanish.
Yeah.
So
So,
I actually had to dip into the also prop heavy Chaosium campaign case, which has that same bit written in English.
oh, nice. Okay. Well, fantastic.
Feel that was an aside. Here, I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you the notes I took when I was trying to figure this puppy out. I found on the cheap this like ballpoint doodle handbook somewhere along my travels where it's like, it's some millennial saying, here's some like spaces to be creative.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
And I love it because it's just like low bar, be as messy as you want. So here's me initially thinking about Peru, right? And here I'm drawing the temple and I'm changing the temple the way that it looks in the map that's provided there, which has an error in it, by the way. Listen, I'm going a mile a minute. And then this is everything that I'm going to bring to the table,
See,
right? I've got every bit here kind of broken down with little different thoughts. Here's like buildings of the university that I can think about. Because the only reason that's important is where they go to. Not like
okay.
how many blocks building A is
No,
from
no, no.
building B. Who gives a shit?
Yeah, that's right.
It's where's the trail lead.
Yeah. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're seeing inside the mad mind of Matt Ryan and his crazed doodles.
My crazed doodles. Um, I think that might be it. I really like the villain. It's a simple villain. It's
Yep.
these sort of creepy the spoilers, right? Everybody knows this. Our stuff's
Yeah, yeah.
loaded with
Spoiler,
spoilers.
spoiler.
Okay, so there's a creepy vampires that aren't like the Transylvanian
Oh yeah, no,
vampires
not at all. It's
that
good.
that
They're
are
like
pretty
lamprey
cool.
faces. It's
They're
great.
lamprey mounts and they suck the fat out of people, so it emaciates them.
So it's thinning. So they're really doing people a favor.
If just like a little touch, just a little tap. Like if they could contain themselves, they
If
might
they
be,
could, a
you
little bit
know,
of restraint. I mean, I think there's they could work it out, right? They can
much
work it
like us, Bob, with a little more restraint, we'd actually be good for society.
out.
But
Truer
here,
words have
here
never
it
been spoken.
stands.
That's right.
One, it's there's some neat little bits to this. The tunnels underneath this massive pyramid are only 4 feet tall.
Oh, nice.
So they can't walk. It's not a dungeon.
No, no, no. This is creepy, right? That's
They've
very
got to
creepy.
crawl around and it's full of flies. Oh, that's so creepy.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah.
You'll have to let me know how that goes because I think that this would be, if this is successful and you enjoy it, this would be something fun to do at conventions, to kind of, stir up interest as if there needs to be any interest stirred for Mask of Nyarlathotep, right? But like, and it would, serve, imagine if you will, we got a young keeper in one of these games and introduced
Wait,
you.
I'm imagining. I'm imagining it right now. Young keeper.
And he or she plays in this game, gets introduced to this chapter, goes and wants to run masks. Cat's meow right there.
And they meet you or me at the Chaosium booth. Take one look at us and they say, maybe not.
And it's like, no, this is not for me, which is a good idea. More power to him.
I think it's excellent. I think it's an excellent idea. I think it really sets the hook though, right? Because it's not so connected to the overall campaign at large. It's
Yep.
not supposed to be. There are two connections. We've only talked about the obvious, Jackson
Mhm.
Elias. The second, less obvious, is that the villain Larkins is possessed. Oh, here's this is a two part. This is two parts. He's possessed by Nyarlathotep at times. So he's a
Okay.
junkie
Okay.
and at
Nice.
times is possessed by Nyarlathotep. And when he is possessed by Nyarlathotep, he can cast spells.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. Okay. So part A is he's got this weird like snake octopus tattoo on him
Hmm.
that I'm thinking of drawing on myself.
Wow.
And
All right.
at the game,
Okay.
let my shirt slip open.
That will probably terrify some people, right? Good. Good. That's what
Trigger warning.
that's right. That's right. Oh my gosh.
It's funny because here's another aside. This is this work that I'm running this game on Friday, and I'm not running our regularly scheduled masks because of the convention.
Yeah.
But 4 out of the 6 players in my game at the convention are in my local game.
That's fantastic. That's great.
It's pretty good. So they've seen enough Matt Ryan to handle a little tattoo
They're jaded.
slippage.
Yes, yes. Oh my gosh. Now, okay,
Okay,
so
no, wait. Part two. Part two. One of my beefs, I have beefs with the spells in Call of Cthulhu, and I know I'm going to get feedback from my chums for this. Uh, the names are too similar so that it's confusing what spell does what.
okay,
I always have to look them up. That's on me. That's on me. Second, they're not as powerful as I want them to be.
okay,
Spells are rare in the
yep,
game. So when they happen, I want them to really tear somebody's fucking eyes out. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah.
I don't want there to be an opposed power roll. My players roll better than me.
Well, that's your problem, man. But I mean, okay, so again, that's fair. Counterpoint.
Wait. Yeah, wait on your. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
My
Counterpoint.
counterpoint is that, there needs to be agency for the players to do things, right? So you're going to have these mind blasting spells, but you also have to give the players a chance, right? So I know it is diffusing to the villain when you roll a 99 and they roll an 01, right? So it's like, but still, that's us losing and the players winning, and the players love that.
It's 100% right. That is 100% right. In the masks in the Peru chapter, possessed Nyarlathotep, possessed Larkins when he's possessed
Yep.
by Nyarlathotep, he has a power of 500.
Well, they're not going to resist that.
Finally,
That's right.
So Power 500, a hard success is 250.
Yeah.
And what's an extreme, Bob?
Yeah, 100. Right. Yeah. So he's kind of got the deck stacked against, or in his favor a little bit.
Which is great. And there's really, except for the one spell that does damage,
Yeah.
there's really good suggestions as to what spells a keeper should use through this uber powered,
Yeah.
spellcaster.
Right. Sure. No, again, there has, I mean, to give you, if the deck's going to be stacked that way, you can't obliterate the players because that wouldn't be fair, right?
And it wouldn't be fun. And you're not going to get anybody hooked in the campaign if you smack them as soon as they walk in the front door.
Right. 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 Yeah.
Yeah, people say Master on the top, fuck that, right?
Exactly. My only other qualm with the Peru chapter in terms of running it as a campaign, I've mentioned this before, is I do like, for one thing, I love the opening scene in Masks as in the New York chapter, and two, I don't, I like the idea of the mythos being slowly introduced to the players, in that. But I can see it both ways. I can see this being a nice hook. I have
Yeah.
to read it again and see if there would be any way of kind of like of disguising or cloaking the mythos element to allow the players to have some sort of plausible deniability about its existence. Going into the New York chapter, having the characters have doubts in their mind about the reality of the mythos, and then as they go through Mask, having that, of course, quickly ripped asunder.
Food for thought there. Uh, because I like it. My first question is, how subtle is the reveal of the mythos in Masks as
No,
well?
not very, right? Again,
Well, but
it gets
the first chapter, there's just kind of zombies. There's crazed cultists
sure, sure. I
and
guess they see
zombies.
the Chakota in the pit. That could be the creepiest thing, but it isn't like massive, right? It doesn't really get massive until Egypt.
Well, and then when it gets massive, it gets off the chain massive,
Yeah.
right? It's just like fucking nuts. It's nuts.
And I mean, it doesn't really, it doesn't go catastrophic, right? Until you get to Kenya, right? That's when it really gets catastrophic because that's where you can have multiple D100 sand losses in minutes.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Good stuff, Matt Ryan. I can't wait to hear about how this thing wraps up.
Well, thank you. Now, is there anything else we should announce? Bob and I are both going to be at PAX Unplugged in Philadelphia,
That's right.
which is the second to last weekend this month,
Yep.
Bob.
That's right. That's right.
The last weekend is Thanksgiving, and it's
Yes.
the weekend prior is we're going to be there. Going to be there Wednesday through Monday. When are you coming in Wednesday?
Thursday through Sunday. So
You're
a
coming in
shorter
Thursday and
window.
Sunday.
Yep.
Well, okay, I should probably be able to pick you up from the airport.
Fantastic. Fantastic.
So
Well,
if you're one of the lucky few that are watching this and are going to be in Philly, come on by and say hi. I've still got some of those what are those little
buttons.
green pins, the buttons. I've still got
Yep.
some of the buttons left. And remember, Philly's the last show we're going to, so after Philly, whatever buttons remain will be destroyed.
Is that what's happening to them?
That's how we roll, Bob.
Oh, okay.
So there
Oh,
might be certain subscribers who might be general practitioners, medical practitioners, and they might live in Scotland somewhere, and they might be eager for a button. They're not getting one.
no button.
No button for you, buddy.
Sorry. Sorry.
Now, anybody that knows me knows I'm full of shit, and of course, you can get the buttons. I'll see. Well, I'm sure we'll have buttons at Chaosium Con in 2026.
That's right. All right. Well, you know this, you know the routine. Please like and subscribe, share with your friends, neighbors, loved ones. Talk about this during your Thanksgiving dinners.
Yes, yes. In fact, you could put us on maybe you could get a projector and a giant screen.
The parade's over. Armchair keepers.
And if we get by that time, if we get 185 subscribers, Bob and I will do a video of us eating a meal in silence, and You
Not
could just
silence. There won't be silence. I mean, how could there be silence? We will.
we'll be eating a meal and you can put us at the table and we'll say things like,
Could you
pass
pass
the
the
sugar.
gravy?
Is there gravy?
I don't like this. This is tough. This
I've never
turkey's
liked
dry.
cranberry sauce, but my wife still married me.
You're a freak. You're a freak, Matt Ryan. All right, friends. Have a great rest of your day. And if we don't talk to you, have a great Thanksgiving.
A wonderful holiday.